Hi, my name is Dr. Mason Kuhn. I am a professor at the University of Northern Iowa in the College of Education and a graduate of Charles City, class of 1996. And I'm making this video because I was asked to talk about a topic that I feel very passionate about, which is being a lifelong learner, effort, and just believing in yourself. And I teach about this topic at UNI. I teach future elementary teachers because I think it's very important to dispel the myth of there are smart people and not smart people, or academic people and non-academic people. And it's a problem that kids believe in that. Um, they believe that they're either smart or not, and it's a problem that starts pretty early in life in elementary, and it could have even happened to you. Um, a lot of times kids who have success early in school, they believe they're a smart kid, and kids that fail early in school believe they're a not smart kid. And that's a dangerous thought because it's completely false. And it's damaging both ways. If you think you're smart, you think you don't have to work hard because everything will just come natural to you. And maybe in elementary school it does. But then you move on to middle school or high school, and all of a sudden you take a calculus class or an algebra class or some class that challenges you, and your instant thought is to not work hard because you're smart. You don't have to work hard. Well, that's a problem because nobody can just get by on their laurels. Nobody can just get by without hard work. I work with a whole group of people with PhDs, and they're the hardest working people I've ever met. And even though, yeah, they're smart, but they're smart because they work really hard. So when this idea gets stuck in your head that you're not smart, there's this idea of why should I work hard? I'm not smart. And again, like I said earlier, it works the opposite way too. If you think you're smart, you don't think you have to work hard. But there isn't a successful person out there who doesn't work hard. So dispelling that myth is really important. And I know this because I felt it at certain times. There was when I was in middle school in Charles City, my grades were terrible. I was I was awful. I was getting C's and D's, and I remember my mom bringing me in to the principal, and they thought I might have a learning disability, and I decided to get to work. And I even went to Sylvan Learning Center and spent a summer over there working, trying to build my skills up, and eventually got to a place where I had some pretty good grades. And now I'm in an area where, I have two master's degrees and a doctorate, but it started with me believing in myself, and it started with me knowing that I had to actually work to get the job done. So, and that also spills over into other areas as well. So I was a basketball player in Charles City, but I was a very late bloomer there as well. I didn't start playing basketball until I was in ninth grade, and I was awful. I was on the F team. I didn't even play. I don't even think I started in you know JV ninth grade games. But then I loved it, and I decided to work really hard. And I ended up being, by the time I was a senior, I was first team all conference and all state, and even played basketball at College for a couple years. So um, that was another example of work and wanting to get better. Another example of this is when I was a teacher. So I was a teacher for 15 years, kind of all over the country. I was in Texas for a while, in California for a while, and I even taught in Charles City for 2 years at Washington. Um, but in 2010, I was a finalist for this award called the Presidential Award for Excellence in Math and Science Teaching. And I was one of the final two, and the winner gets to go to the White House and meet the president. And I lost. I got runner up. And at that moment, I could have said, "Okay, I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. I don't have the capability to win this award." But I didn't. I said, "Okay, this is what I did wrong. This is how I can get better. This is how I'll improve." And then in 2012, I reapplied for the award and I won. And I got to go to the White House and meet President Obama, and it was a really amazing experience. And this this idea that your path is chosen for you is just a false narrative. You get to choose your path. You get to choose where you want to end up. that's in Charles City, great. If that's somewhere else, that's great too. If you want to go to college, that's your path. If you don't, that's your path as well. But whatever your path is, don't stop striving. Keep striving and working hard and learn and be better and find good resources to make sure you're learning proper information and make yourself better.